Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Well, last time, we finally located and rescued Lae'zel, and I am really bloody happy about that. Because Lae'zel is beautifully straightforward, okay? She wants to run into the fight and whack things with a big sword, and when you speak to her, she tells you precisely what you ought to be doing, which apparently on this occasion is, yes, going to find a Githyanki crash. So, she's brilliant in combat, she's got a solution to the tadpole problem. Oh yeah, me and Lae'zel, we can be friends. And on the topic of whacking things with a big stick, yes, I can't help but notice there's some drama and shouting going on round the corner. And the game did just drop an autosave a moment ago, so yeah, I suspect we're running into trouble right now.
Open the bloody gate!
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
Please! There's no time!
By the 9 hells! Open the gate! Damnable roach! Provoke the blade and suffer its sting.
Okay, so we've got a problem here, which is a very, very bloody big fight. Humans on the low ground are massively outnumbered. However, they've got support up above by the Luxiovit. And on top of that, yes, we've got you. And you're important, because you're like on the box of the game. So, okay. For now, we just get to see you in action, doing your own thing, and that's fine. But yeah, there are a lot of cocky goblins on the field. Let's come up with a plan here. Okay, here's something promising. I'm at the rear right now, nearby to these rocks, where the goblins have immediately taken up, yeah, a high ground position, so they can rain a fire down with advantage. Very cocky and clever. So, probably the best thing I could do is, yeah, get up onto the high ground, kill them, because archers aren't good in a hand-to-hand combat, and then we'll have the high ground, and we can start raining down arrows and fire on the goblins while they're trying to deal with these here humans. So, okay, now that could flipping work. Especially given as some of these guys are, right, only level 1. So, worth figuring out who's actually dangerous. You're level 2, you're 2, right, then there's a boss who's level 3 over here. So some of these guys are basically nothing. Some of them a little bit more on the scary side. And there's also a Booyarg. I'm guessing, given you're using a staff, you're some sort of a mage. Okay, naturally, Astarion's up first. So, yeah, we can check everyone's vision cones using a shift. So we know that no one's looking at Astarion right now. So he could go straight into hide.
Just like old times.
So as a result of that, that means he can do his sneak attack straight away with advantage. So yeah, just sneak up behind this guy. There's a good chance you might be able to kill him, like 50-50. You'll kill him in one go. And 88% Astarion. 88 cocky% useless. Cocking useless. Right. So I'm guessing the goblins are going to be more competent than Astarion. So in you go, and oh dear. That's an archer who's being hit very hard by a melee person. On the plus side, right, so Astarion's now being shot by those guys who he completely failed to deal with previously, though. Right, you just tossed a potion at Astarion. I appreciate that, thank you. As for Zevlor, who appears to be like the local leader, he's just rallied everybody And opportunity attack. Yeah, archers do not like being up close to melee users because they struggle to disengage. Okay, Lazal. I think probably, yeah, best thing we could do is just to get you forward to deal with some of these guys. Can you actually get up on this ledge? I doubt you can get into melee range right now. So, okay. Probably the best we could do with her is just, yeah, charge her forward and let her support these guys. She's good at being on the front line. She's not good with bows because her dexterity's not very good. So yeah, just activate a dash. That's a-okay. So yeah, now she's got like a double movement speed. Question is, yeah, is a sensible thing to do. What can you do with a bonus action, by the way? You do have a pommel strike. So bare minimum, you could do some damage to this guy. So yeah, just get up behind you. And then actually, hang on. Hang on. This could be way funnier. Just get up here, no opportunity attack, because you're like, you know, a flipping bow person. Just push this guy. Then he won't be on the high ground anymore. 75%. And athletics was successful, but he just didn't get flung anyway. I may be missing something there, that's all fine, I'm sure. So, right, then the melee goblins are coming in, taking a swing at these humans. We should try and keep these guys alive, if we can. Then we've got, yeah, Shadowheart with her brand new spear. We got out of that last dungeon. Can we get you up to anywhere good? Probably not, but would this be high ground, as far as the game's concerned? Could be, so yeah, let's just get you up here in case that guy tries to retreat. Can you just stab this guy? He is in range, though you probably can't kill him. Might be better off, yeah, casting spells from the high ground. Yep, you've got high ground against these guys. Good, 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 good. So that is not bad at all. Who's, like, you know, a bit on the tough side? You're a bit on the tough side. Let's just, yeah, take care of you with a nice guiding bolt. So 13 damage, that's solid. And also, now there's going to be advantage against you with anybody else. Marvellous. And then finally, Arya. So, right, I would like someone to die here. Let's get you straight up to the high ground. That'll do as a starting point. And under the circumstances, yeah, we want to kill these guys before they kill the humans, because there might be consequences if the humans die. So, let's start tossing out some spells here. Dissonant Whispers at 65%, and there's a good chance, potentially, that, yeah, this could just kill him. So you go, and done. He's just basically exploded, though. Okay, hang on, we may have a problem here. I just had my first wild magic surge of the game, and it was summoning a level 1 mud method who has got 23 hit points, but it's hostile to everybody, not just me. So I just summoned a creature from hell by mistake. Amazing. Right, go over to my sword in case it tries to run away, then we could opportunity attack it bare minimum. Okay. Actually, you know what? Could I push it? Then it would, like, end up the far side of that goblin. It's only a 45% chance, but flip the coin. Nope, failed miserably. Okay, well, this is all going to be good then. So, you're now moving in against the humans. No, you're tossing stuff at Shadowheart, but she dodges, probably thanks to high ground. Well, okay, bare minimum, we've distracted you. Then we've got, yes, Will over there, dealing with this guy. Then running over and taking care of you as well. You move over here. Get opportunity attacked, and then opportunity attacked again, but you get away. Then Mud Breath occurs. Everyone saves against it, so whatever negative effect's supposed to happen doesn't happen. Will stabs that guy. Someone poisons that guy. He fires back. Okay, stuff is happening, but I think someone just died. Yep, someone's definitely on fire over there, so, okay. We're kind of struggling to take the high ground right now, I'll admit. So, right, that little creature put mud on the surface. So, yeah, it just means it's now difficult to cross it, because it's like, you know, muddy, difficult terrain. Fair enough. Now, this archer's going to get a turn, yeah, before I get another turn when Astarion's done. So, as a result, yeah, just jump over the mud with my bonus action, and then just try and stab this guy. I'm not sure you can kill him, but you've got Piercing Strike. That might mean, yeah, if you get the bleed, he might die from the bleed. Head in with that, and Astarion, you're kind of letting me down. quite a lot on this occasion. Okay, I'm not impressed. You've missed every attack so far. Then again, this is Baldur's Gate 3. It's going to happen. We're playing by D&D rules, so sometimes you're going to get bad rolls. So, right. Luckily, yes, Will seems to be doing the job competently enough over there. You attack me, miss. There's a miss, but like a tiny bit of damage anyway. He attacks twice and misses both times. Hilarious. You are firing on the Goblin tracker. Another miss. Okay, no one can hit anybody right now. Amazing. Then you just keep walking into opportunity attacks. And then attack him. Yep, literally no one can hit anyone right now. This is amazing. Okay, Lazel, I was very kind to you earlier. Like, I like you. So how about you now hit this guy and don't flipping... Okay, would anybody like to hit an attack at some point? Right, you've done some damage and dazed that guy. So as a result, yeah, dazed is not that significant, but spells that have wisdom saving throws, which is a lot of spells, yeah, you're now going to struggle to resist those. You know what? Screw it. I'm using Action Surge right now so I can have another go. Please don't miss this time. 75% because, right, AC went down. So, okay, this time it's 3/4 and you're actually dead now. Good. Now chase down that creature I summoned from a hell by mistake. So if it keeps running, you can just keep opportunity attacking it. That's fine. So, okay, over to the front line. That was a light hit. You've actually managed to hit something as well. Well done. And then, yeah, we've got a little monster right here. Standing right next to Shadowheart. But you recently got hit by Guiding Bolt. So, yeah, attacks against you have now got advantage. Though, okay, we're learning things as we go here. That only applies to things that have got attack rolls. So, if I, like, you know, try and shoot this guy... Yeah, I've got advantage from Guiding Bolt, but disadvantage from being too close. So I shouldn't use, like, you know, bows or anything. If I use, like, you know, just a standard attack, then I've got the advantage. That's great. If I use, like, say, a spell that's got, like, you know, a damage roll, like a Firebolt, that gets the advantage, but because it's ranged, yeah, target is too close. But stuff like, say, Toll the Dead, because there's no attack roll, I'm just, like, casting magic or whatnot, yeah, advantage doesn't work. But equally, that means, yeah, presumably high and low ground rules don't matter. Okay, I'm standing next to you. We've got advantage. Let's actually use it. And on top of that, we could do a rush that could push the target off balance. You know what? Give it a go. So, in we go. Though you saved against, yes, the being off balance. So we did damage to you. We hit you reliably thanks to advantage. We couldn't do anything else. And what else could we potentially do? We could try and push you. Or Shield of Faith. Okay, let's just push you for now. 60% and... Failed miserably, dear oh flipping dear. We are just failing everything this fight. This is lovely. So, okay, you've now got the high ground, which is very positive. So, yeah, if we just rain down a fire on you from above, that's going to have advantage. But you, sir, have also got, yes, a lot of health. So, I think it might be time to crack out something a bit bigger and more exciting. Like, say, Micromatic Orb, which can be all sorts of different things. So, yeah, it can take any element I want it to take, doing 2d8, or Thunder, which is 3d8. So, that's better because it doesn't leave a surface behind. Everything else generates a surface. And, right, I was about to check if you have weaknesses. No weaknesses, no resistances. In which case, yeah, let's just toss the most powerful variant we've got. The lovely Thunder right here. So, in you go. And 80 damage. He just cocking dies. And then... Okay, just got another Wild Magic Surge. Hang on, what am I doing right now precisely? Every time I cast a spell or cantrip, I swap positions with the targeted creature. And that's now going to last for 5 turns. That's cocking hilarious. And also potentially rather useful. Because, yeah, Rhaenyra down here is not doing so hot. So if I heal her with my spell, the healing word thing... Right, so now I'm down there, and she's up here, where she's nice and safe, so... I think I've just saved your life. You are very welcome, Rhaenyra. The downside is I'm now a bard standing in the middle of a pack of goblins, and I'm not very good defensively. Then again, you know what? I do have, like, a bunch of, bonus hit points right now from that rallied thing that occurred earlier. So I've got, like, 8 points of shielding around me. That's fine. So, right. Also, Will's just doing his own thing. Doing wonderful, sexy magic. I think he just turned that guy into, like, goo or something. Then we just attack you. Right, somebody hit something. Brilliant. And then the monster I summoned is summoning more monsters. Right, this is all going not to plan in many ways. Like, my wild magic has saved one person, but also potentially doomed us all. So, right, the mud method is generating additional mud methods, so my wild magic is now cascading into a disaster. Right, go over to dual-wielding mode, and just try and attack this guy with, like, all of your flipping attacks. Hopefully, you'll hit him with one or both of them, and as a result, he might die. So there we go, and okay, you got him with one attack at least. So he's down to, like, half health right now. Beautiful. Anything else you could do? Not really. So, right. Now this you're going to try and attack me by any chance? No, I think you're trying to get to, yes, the flipping archer, who we just teleported to safety, which I find delightful. And actually, I think the fight is very much starting to turn in our favour, though. Right, they're being distracted by the methods I summoned by mistake. I'm really sorry about this. Don't go to the low ground! I just gave you high ground! Don't cooking go to the low ground to fire, you stupid bastards! Right, if we can finish off this, like, little method or whatnot, that'd be good. Okay, you're dead, but also you've exploded into mud for some reason. So, right, that's all we can do there. Then there's this big old warg, who just did a big bite and I'm so sorry. I did everything I could to keep you guys alive, but apparently I couldn't save everybody. Still, at this point, just start raining down spells and whatnot. So, brand new cantrip for our friend Shadowheart here. Toll the Dead. Did literally nothing because you saved against it. Right, that's the downside. It's powerful, but if the enemy saves against it, it does not a thing. As for Arya, she might be able to take out, yes, this weird creature that we kind of summoned by mistake. So, let's just try and undo that problem. And if I use Tides of Chaos, I can, yes, make the hit. When previously, I wouldn't have made the hit. But I might need Tides of Chaos going forward. Then again, I might need to short rest anyway. That'll get Tides of Chaos back. So, go on then, use that. And there we go. You've now exploded. Excellent. So, okay, everything is fine. That's all we can do for you, I'm guessing. And in comes Will, who's just doing a more flipping, delightful, sexy shadow magic or something. And also enjoys jumping around a lot. So, okay, finally, we're up on the high ground. Can we go hidden? If I could just find a good spot where you could be hidden, that'd be good. So, yeah, just step over to here. A little bit further, please. A little bit further. I think you're now out of, like, visual range of everybody. So as a result of that, hide. Beautiful. And that means you can now start laying down, your mega attacks, which is very sexy. So, 80% chance with advantage. In you go. And okay, Astarion finally hit someone with an attack. Well done, Astarion. And speaking of which, the Goblin boss is coming in, and he really wants to take out that one archer. Like, he has hunted her down to the far side of the field. Luckily, we should be able to take care of him. You should probably be supporting us against the warg, who's taking a lot of damage very quickly. And yes, you now get to do some healing. And you're not going to use your bow anymore. You're going to try and just stab that guy. So, hang on. How do we deal with you, my friends? Lae'zel is unfortunately muddy on account of, fighting that creature that exploded. Meaning, all her attack rolls have disadvantage. So, for the time being, she's kind of terrible at everything. Best we can do is probably just, move on to high ground, and at least regain advantage from being... No, I'm not high up enough. Okay, could you hit, like, anything else? Like, say, this guy. Just fire on that guy. It was 50-50 and it didn't work out. It was worth a go. She won't be muddy next turn. So yes, muddy. Bad effect right there. Please don't die. I'm doing my best for all of you guys to not die. Okay, Shadowheart, I'm going to get you to preserve life. so that, yes, what you do as a result of that is heal this person. There we go. So you are no longer dying. Spot on. Yes, that also counts as an action. So give this person a push. See if you can just get them off the... We've been so bad at pushing. We haven't, like, pushed anyone off any high ground this entire fight. We've been very unlucky, I think. Right, there's John, though. If I was to just, like, toss a fireball to this guy... No, I'm also muddy. Everyone's cocking and muddy right now. Those methods have apparently caused Jess a lot of trouble. Ah, but hang on. Muddy only affects attack rolls. It doesn't affect spellcasting. So I don't have disadvantage with, say, Vicious Mockery. So, alright. Give that a go. And that's actually got a pretty good chance of hitting. And... I forgot about the whole changing position thing. So, did that even, like, work? He's still got, like, a fair whack of health, but he's now a long way away, so honestly I'm going to call this a huge win. Right, in comes Will to heal up that guy. Beautiful. Astarion is now in a very good position to just lay down the fire on everybody, so, yeah, just take out this guy. That is fine. He is dead. Well cocking done. And yeah, may as well just go into hidden again. No reason not to be honest. Lovely. And then, yeah, when like you guys can finish off the Warg straight away with high ground advantage. And
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate!
job cocking done. Beautiful. I say beautiful. That was a really, really messy fight. Also, something just struck me here, which is blood can be frozen. Blood's like a liquid surface, so if I use my Ray of Frost, that turns all the connected blood into ice, which could trip up my enemies, so, oh. That's worth remembering. In other news, we've got, yes, a fancy little mace here, so, Morningstar. 1d8, presumably plus strength, but tenacity. When you miss an attack, you deal a tiny bit of damage anyway, which is kind of nice, because, yeah, that means if you're attacking someone with only 1 health, you know they're going to die. They can't not, so that's kind of good, actually. Though I feel like, yeah, Lazelli's fine with her longsword plus shield, and I prefer Shadowheart with the double-handed spear anyway. The Death's Promise is just kind of fun, so, okay. We'll just sell that, but yeah, that's a fun effect to keep in mind. Now we know it exists. And meanwhile, on the Goblin boss here... Right. He had a special type of shield. So, armor class of +2. I think that's about the same as, yeah, these shields we already had, actually. Just looks a bit different. But more importantly, gloves of power. So on a hit with a weapon attack, possibly inflicts a 1d4 penalty to target's attack rolls and also saving throws, together with increasing a sleight of hand by 1. So, okay, that feels like, yes, a good thing to give to Astarion, because sleight of hand, that's useful for him, and he does go in and stab people with his knives quite a lot. Oh, and that does remind me, by the way, don't forget, John, you now have the ability to speak with the dead, so... Okay, we will get to your society in just a second. Speak to Dad. This guy. You just died, and I'm really sorry about that, because, like, you know, I was trying to keep you all alive. So as a result...
The corpse does not respond.
Okay. Unfortunately, yes, not every corpse has got something to say. In fact, you know what? Before I go into this new area, just out of interest... Oh, hello, sexy. I just travelled back down to the beach, and you, sir, are, like, floating around, being all glowing. Does that mean you do have something to say? So, okay. Raise you up with my necklace.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Okay, so, hello there. Who are you, precisely?
Ellie. Fisherwoman. Ultra.
Okay. Is Eltro, like, a place?
No. Upriver. Too far.
Jess, I'm, like, conceptually aware that there's, like, a limit to the number of questions you can ask a corpse in D&D. I just don't know what that number is. My brain says 5, but I'm not 100% sure about that. And yes, I'm guessing you died by having a great big bloody nautiloid crash on your heads.
Chased elf. Brains chased me.
Okay. Chased elf. I mean, she could mean Shadowheart. Shadowheart's half elf, and she was on the beach, but... Okay, hang on. Might potentially have just stumbled across, yeah, a bit of a mystery here. Is anyone else? Oh, other people also want to talk. Okay, everyone's feeling chatty down on this here beach. And because this is a ritual spell, I could just cast it over and over again. So, you buddy, lovely to meet you. What's your name, good sir?
Marcus. Fisherman.
So, okay. I'm guessing you were, like, fishing when you died. So, let's get to the important stuff. Survivors of the crash, if any.
Woman. Beautiful. Couldn't look away.
Okay. Maybe he was, like, charmed or something. Who's the woman in question? Where did she go?
Went west. Others followed. Couldn't help themselves.
Right. We've definitely just stumbled across a mystery here. Someone was down on the beach, presumably an elf, who, like, charmed a load of people and then went west with them. Okay. Any other survivors?
Elf. Ran north. Up the beach.
Now, that might have been Shadowheart.
Brains. Didn't see him coming.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Right, so sometimes you can't exhaust every option. You've got to think very carefully about what you do or don't want to ask. And yeah, now we know how to identify corpses that I can speak with. Would you like to glow, good sir, or are you just a generic corpse? You're just a generic corpse, dear flipping dear. And yeah, before we mosey inside and get drawn into whatever's going on inside this settlement, we do know that there is, yeah, cache somewhere around here. So have a look, see, for a way to... that looks climbable. Okay. Can we jump up there, or do I need to use my jumping spell? I think I could just get up there, actually. So, okay. Up in this direction. Yeah, we're now moving up in the world. I see a ladder. Is this the right... Oh, that is 100% the right direction. So, yeah, that's down towards the crash. That's looking onto a bridge. We found a letter saying the hill overlooking the old bridge. Problem is, there are various hills round here, but it could mean this one. Hang on, go back to that letter we found back on the beach. Meet me at the hill overlooking the old bridge. Bring what you can carry, don't be late. Love, Anna. Right. Eyes open. This could be Anna's camp up here. But if it is, yeah, it's not in great shape by the looks of it. I'm not seeing any sign of Anna. But want cash, free money, lovely. So okay, hop on down, beautiful. So okay, I think that's all we've got here, best as I can tell. Just check all the, you know, barrels and whatnot while we're passing by. No reason not to. We've got... Never mind. My perception team members have spotted something in that rock. And I've also got, yeah, Featherfall Potion, Mind Reading Potion, fascinating, and some more Potions of Healing. Now, those are worth having, but yeah. What have you just noticed over here?
At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth.
Okay, so with a nature, I could try surveying the spiders. We've got, like, guidance, but this is very much, yes, a bit of a 50-50 for the most part. Maybe, like, 65-35. And thanks to the bonuses, we just get it. So, okay. We can examine the spiders.
The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. You have no doubt. A spider egg is nestled within.
Okay, so sleight of hand, move in and, yeah, just grab the bag. Or just sing the spiders a song.
One by one, the spiders retreat to the rear of the crevice, lulled by your murmurs.
Okay, well that's just a bloody delightful, isn't it? I just sang the spiders to sleep. So right, grab the bag.
You stash the bag. Something clinks among the coins.
Okay, we've got a pouch here. Hang on. Open pouch. Money, which is nice, absolutely. In fact, that can just be added to my generic pile of money. I do enjoy just having a pile of money. Spot on. And one. Ooh, spider egg sack. You know what? The spiders wanted that. They can keep it. That's a fine. So yeah, just pop that on the ground, then grab it and move it right here. So there you go. You guys can keep the spider egg. No trouble. I just wanted the gold. Oh, and hang on. I kind of missed there was a skeleton here. By any chance you... Oh. I was wondering whether there'd be a letter from, like, Anna here. But no. A silver pendant that grants the guidance cantrip. Now that's sexy, because yeah, one of the big reasons I've been travelling with Shadowheart all the time is she brings guidance to the table. Well now, anyone could bring guidance. In fact, you know what? I'm going to give this to Lae'zel, because I feel like Lae'zel and Shadowheart are not getting on. They're not good friends right now, so Lae'zel being able to literally, no, take the cocking necklace, Lae'zel. There you go. Yeah, Lae'zel literally replacing Shadowheart by doing the one thing she's really good at, just as well as her. That strikes me as amusing. And yeah, I also definitely just saw in the distance windmill over the bridge. So, right. Don't worry about that, just for now. Just, no, jump on down, please. Yeah, we'll get to that in just a minute. Let's not go any further till we've got the lay of the land, because we know that in here there might be someone who could give us some useful information about the whole tadpole in our head thing. And in we go to the Emerald Grove. Lovely.
There are children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
Okay, so yeah, that was a guy who was outside. You were the guy who, in all fairness, did order them to open the gate. It's just the gate opening guy was hit by an arrow. So, okay. Well, there's one goblin, there's 10, leaving before the horde shows up. One fight just ended, you're picking another. Druid, goblins didn't take any prisoners, that's true. We saw no sign of prisoners whatsoever. But Bard and Persuasion, yeah, as it turns out, you're both heroes, because it's amazing how we beat those goblins. So, okay, got to roll for that. That's apparently a bit of a difficult thing to persuade them. And, gosh darn it, I can't take double guidance. I'm taking guidance from Lae'zel rather than Shadowheart, okay? That just strikes me as better. And unfortunately, yeah, I can't use my Tides of Chaos advantage right now because it's on cooldown from that fight. So I need to take a short rest before I can do that again. Still, give it a go. See if we get lucky. And it turns out I'm amazing at charisma, so it's fine.
And who the hell are you again?
Show some respect. This woman saved your pathetic life.
Well, I didn't ask for any goddamn help.
Please, you were begging me to open the gate. Anything to save yourself, you coward!
The human's eye twitches. He's about to blow.
So, okay, we've just identified the situation's about to go a little bit dicey. So we could take a swing at one of them, or the other. But I feel like, yeah, the better option is intimidation. I'm good at intimidation. Okay, that I get my flipping free advantage in. So, yeah, take all of that. This should be very doable. There we go, thanks to advantage. Nice, easy winner. So, right, guys, back down, no trouble. Do not punch each other anymore.
Enough! Squabbling is pointless. The goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that.
So, right, this camp that used to be safe is no longer safe. Now the goblins know where it is, so there's going to be more trouble to come. And by the looks of it, right, this is a big old bloody area. So, okay, before we go exploring, step 1, let's go chat to you with a bit more details, Zevlor, because you appear to be like the town leader or something. Also, you're a Hellrider exile. Well, that's just an incredibly badass name. That might mean something in D&D. If it does, I have no idea what it is.
Forgive that display. Aradin's a blowhard, but that's no cause for me to join him. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor.
So, okay. I'm Arya. Lovely to meet you. Let's be nice and polite.
Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve.
Right. So, goblins. Let's start with them. How much of a problem have these goblins been recently?
There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
Okay, so there's 2 factions inside this camp. The druids, who were here first, and yeah, there's all these little drawings on the rocks behind us. Presumably that's something to do with the druids. And then you guys arrived more recently. But, potentially, more people drew the attention of the goblins. Right. I need a healer, by the way. Do you have, like, a doctor?
Goblin got you. The druid Halsin's a renowned healer, but he didn't make it back from Aradin's expedition. If it's not too serious, you could try his apprentice Nettie. She's with the other druids in the inner grove. They've withdrawn there to prepare this damn ritual of theirs.
Okay, so 2 doctors, but it sounds like Halsin would be the better option. But he's currently, like, captured by the goblins or something, so... any chance we could talk the druids out of, like, shutting off the grove or whatnot?
I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
Okay. So it sounds like, yeah, these guys would be in trouble if they left while the goblins are still out and about. So, persuade the druids not to shut the grove, or deal with the goblin threat. If there's no goblins, then yeah, there's no trouble with you guys leaving. I'll do what I can, that's fine.
Really? We're messengers now.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
Okay, so bare minimum, we've got the lay of the land now, and... also, we leveled up. Does anyone know when we leveled up? We must have leveled up very recently, so... okay, let's get that done. So, number 1, that's apparently what I'm wearing right now when I'm not just, in my camp gear. And yes, because I am a multi-class character, I get to choose which class I want to level up. So, I could say, actually, you know what? I want to be a level 2 sorcerer, or a level 2 bard, but stay level 1 as a sorcerer. And I can just make that choice every level up, though I think for now, yeah, I'm going to go back to bard for the time being. For the simple reason that, yes, bards gain at level 2, jack of all trades. So, yeah, any skill I'm not proficient in, I just get to add half my proficiency bonus into anyway. So yeah, that's like, just a +1 to basically anything I don't specialise in for the time being. So that's pretty good. I've also just gained, yeah, an additional level 1 spell slot and 2 level 2 spell slots. So we can start, yeah, casting some more powerful abilities. And on top of that, Song of Rest. So basically a 3rd short rest. I've now got 3 of those, not 2. Not bad at all. So yeah, I can gain a spell, but I could also take an old spell out of rotation and replace it with something new. So yeah, probably the spell I've got the least value out of so far would be Healing Word. But let's not worry about that just for now. Yeah, I could just take a spell immediately, though. Okay, now this is interesting. yes, I've gained a level 2 spell slot because my combined level is 3 between 2 spellcasting classes. So the game started giving me level 2 spell slots, even though I don't currently actually have access to any level 2 spells, because I'm not high enough level as a bard or a sorcerer to unlock them. So that's hilarious, isn't it? Yeah, Thunderwave is not bad. That'll give me, like, you know, an area spell, which is pretty good. Or sleep. So yeah, just putting enemies to sleep. I'll go for Thunderwave right now, just so I've got, you know, something that does a bit of an area effect and can also knock enemies back. So yeah, I will not replace any spell with anything else for the time being. And on top of that, as a level 3 Zariel Tiefling, I also gain Legacy of Avernus, Searing Smite. So, I mean, that's pretty bloody good, all things considered. Eats my action and my bonus action. But yeah, basically it's just a big, massive attack I can do to whack the enemy and also set them on fire. So, not only, yeah, hitting them pretty hard, but also causing ongoing fire damage. Though, yes, that's one use only per long rest. So, save that for emergencies, perhaps. Right, on we go to Shadowheart, because yes, everyone's leveling up. So, more health, which is beautiful. And on top of that, yeah, she's also gaining level 2 spell slots. Together with the ability as a life domain specialist to, yeah, sort out basically bad status conditions. Beautiful. Together with aid. So, heal allies and also increase hit point maximum by 5 points. So, okay. That's until long rest as well. So, right. Basically, yeah, she can heal us very effectively and even boost our health beyond what it would normally cap out at. And yes, because she is just a cleric, that means she is able to take a level 2 spells. And yeah, there's some real situational stuff here, like protection from poison, or warding bond, which sounds really good in terms of resistance to all damage, bonus to armor class, saving her throws, etc, etc. But it does mean, yeah, she takes damage when the person who's been bonded takes damage. So, bit of a double-edged sword there, all things considered. But yeah. Don't want to take too many level 2 spells, because I've got more level 1 spell slots than level 2 spell slots. So, blindness seems good. Blinds an enemy, and yeah, at that point, all attacks against it have advantage. That's pretty bloody strong, actually. But yeah, we'll just keep it like that for now, and maybe swap more level 2 spells in as we have more slots available. Over to Astarion. So, right. You've hit level 3, and you finally get your specialization. So, Arcane Trickster, Astarion becomes a kind of a spellcaster. Then there's Assassin, so good against unprepared enemies. So, people who've not taken a turn yet, you have advantage against them. Attack rolls against a surprise creature. Critical hit, not bad at all. And on top of that, at the start of a fight, you get to restore your action and bonus action. So, right, basically assassins are all about, like, turn 1. They sneak in, stab someone, get a critical hit, stab them again, get, like, another critical hit, and aim to kill the target on the first round. But after the first round's done, yeah, at that point they're basically just a generic rogue. It's all about a power spike on a turn 1. So, okay, worth considering. Or Swashbuckler. So then we've got Fancy Footwork. Attack someone, they can't use opportunity attacks against you. Fine, if maybe a tiny bit underwhelming. And +2 to initiative rolls. So right, you get to go nice and early in the round. But maybe more importantly, you don't need advantage to trigger sneak attacks, as long as you're close to the target and don't have disadvantage. So, oh, kind of like that. Just being able to use sneak attacks over and over and over again. That's very tempting. Thief's gain resistance to falling damage, and also, ooh, 2 bonus actions. That's kind of interesting. Okay, we can always change this later. I'm going to give Swashbuckler a go. And next up, Lae'zel, who, oh, is also picking up her specialization. Lovely. So right, let's go over the options here. Arcane Archer, so like magic and archery. Not sure about that. And also Eldritch Knight, very similar. So, okay, let's not worry about that for now. I feel like we've got enough magic users in the team. So, Champion, you approach complex problems posed by combat with one distinctly effective solution. You hit those problems really hard. I'm immediately drawn to this subclass and I don't even know what it does. So, right, normally you need a 20 to roll a crit. She can reduce that down to 19. So like 10% of the time, as opposed to 5% of the time, she'll be getting those crits for big damage. And that is tempting, but... Battlemaster. Paragon of Tactical Superiority, you have a variety of combat maneuvers. So okay, you get superiority dice that you spend to do maneuvers, but you get them back every short rest, so yeah, you can use them pretty freely. Okay, this decision will be made entirely based on, how good the maneuvers are. So, direct an ally to strike a foe. Not particularly exciting, to be honest, but disarming. So an attack that does a bonus damage, and also could force the enemy to drop their weapon. That's pretty good. Also, all allies gain advantage on their next attack roll. That's pretty good as well. Use both your attack and bonus action to attack a target with advantage. So basically, yes, a very accurate attack. So that's already 3 I want, and I'm not even halfway down the list. So right, I think we're going for this class, yes. Meanwhile, I could use precision attack to, just add another superiority dice to the attack roll, though I feel like a fainting attack's probably just better than that, to be honest, but fine. Oh, and I quite like, the fact there is, like, a counter as well. So, if someone comes in, attacks me, but then misses, I get to strike back and add another d8 on top of that. So, oh, that's really good too. So, okay, this is, yes, complicated all of a sudden. Oh, and the last one causes the target to be prone. Prone is cocky great, because yes, when you're prone, everyone's got advantage against you if they're just wailing on you. Because distracting strike would just be the next attack roll, but if you can make someone prone, then it's like so many different attack rolls. So, okay, do trip attack. I will take the counter. That's hilarious, and disarming is lovely, but I think I'll take fainting instead, just for, an extra bit of damage, and also advantage. You know what? I'll stick with that for now. We can always redo it later. Okay, I think Lae'zel just got even more sexy than she already was. Amazing. Oh, and hello, sexy. Right. This place is definitely looking a bit, Druid Grovey downstairs. So, before we mosey in that direction, let's just, have a poke around, get the lay of the land here, because there's a squirrel over there. Hang on, am I talking with... No. Speak with animals, please. Make sure we're speaking with animals. Lovely. Let's go and have a chat with Timber the squirrel. Oh my goodness, he's adorable and I love him.
Get out!
The squirrel lunges at your foot and bites it.
Oh, okay. Calm down. I'm a friend. Please don't bite me.
You barged in without an invitation. I wouldn't call that friendly. See, you're in my territory, and I want you gone.
Okay, I quite enjoy this tiny squirrel, who's being very fighty, but... Okay. I could potentially fry you to a crisp, or bard intimidation. Yeah, you know what? Let me pass, or I'll tell everyone about what a lovely tree this is, and then you definitely won't be left alone. This is only a difficulty class of 5, and I've got advantage and multiple pluses coming in, including a jack of all trades for the first time, so yes, I feel like I could potentially outwit this here squirrel. Absolutely.
Okay, calm down. We can make a deal. How about this? You can stay if you keep those ugly feet on the ground. I'll even sweeten the pot. Found some weird smelling stuff on the ground. You can keep it, but these trees are mine. Follow the rules and I won't have to intervene. Got it?
I kind of like this incredibly fighty squirrel. So, right. Timber is now fine with me walking through the area as long as I don't climb any trees. But I've also got... Okay, we've got, yes, hyena ear right here. Fascinating. So yeah, we've got this area right here. And there is also, hang on, a lever. So, there's a flipping sleeping bear down below. who presumably we need to speak to persuade him to move, because... Oh! Okay, hang on. Someone's doing some Latin lessons down there. Please don't seal the grove while I'm, like, inside it, okay? I'm really sorry. I was just distracted by that bear for a second. So, yeah, they're doing, like, a weird old ritual or something, aren't they? So, okay. Carrick, you're too far away for me to see who you are. We'll get back to you in a second, okay? Sorry, I'm dealing with, like, squirrels and bears for the time being. But given the squirrel is fine with me passing through this territory... Presumably I can get by here. And previously... Oh. There's a mound of dirt here.
Packed too tight. I'll need a shovel.
Right. Remember to... Why are there big thunks going on? Something bad is... Wait, hang on. What's going on over here? What? Oh, there's... Right, I think we just found some more, yes, flipping goblins. Someone else snuck inside. An assassin who got up top and took out Nadira. Oh dear. Right, sorry, I thought we were safe inside this area, but it turns out we are not safe inside this area. So, what we need to do is, yes, get Astarion, and again, we don't need to be hidden anymore. Let's just check how your new abilities work, my friend. So, 9 to 21 damage, not bad at all. So, yes, range attack, or alternatively... melee. How does this work now? So, I can use this attack that does loads of bonus damage if I've got advantage, or there are no other enemies nearby, so isolated opponents, or if there's an ally nearby, even when there's multiple opponents. So, yeah, basically you can just be using a sneak attack which does loads of damage constantly, because there's no cooldown on this or anything. It's not per short rest, so, you know what? I will flip it take this. This is pretty good. So, speaking of which, right, Astarion, seems to be your turn right now, so activate your dash, which you can just, like, do for free, and then, yeah, basically run up to this guy and just melee attack him. So, yeah, he's isolated, so you can do it, but there's only a 60% chance of getting the hit, which is still pretty good, all things considered, so, yeah, getting over there, stab him, 14 damage. I mean, that's not bad as a starting point, that's a fine. So, right, go over to Arya, who can get up top, but yeah, we're kind of on the low ground right now, which isn't ideal. We could toss the big stuff at him, but honestly, given we're already down to, yes, one level 1 spell slot, that is fine. So, yeah, what can we do to power him down a bit? Given we can't kill him, best thing we can do is probably Vicious Mockery.
Sharp as a pig's testicle.
Alright, I think we actually properly got him there. Not just a 4 damage, but also, yeah, when he attacks me, he's going to have disadvantage. So there's a really good chance he's going to miss. So, right, we're taking this guy apart very nicely. Shadowheart, however, is going to really struggle to get up to him. You could, however, use a Toll the Dead, because that's got an attack roll, so low ground doesn't matter, though. No, you still need to be a bit closer, by the looks of it. That's a shame. Yeah, I'm not sure I can get in sight to do anything to him. So, right, I've got a dumb plan instead. So, if I dash, so I can get up to him, then I should be able to, yeah, get in, like, range. Meaning I could attempt to, yes, push him, though tragically I can't get into an angle where he would be pushed off the cliff. But bare minimum, we've pushed him back, which is still hilarious, and he's also sort of cowering, because I said he was sharp as a pig's testicle, which is a good insult, I'll give you. So, right, it's now going to be his turn. And he's going to struggle to hit us. So, in he comes, and... never mind, he hit us both times. So, that Vicious Mockery didn't work very well, as it turns out. And yeah, Lae'zel's also kind of stuck on the low ground for the time being. There's not much she can really do. So, yeah, we'll just dash her up, so maybe she could do something in future. Okay, well, she can push him, but all she's done is pushed him onto even higher ground. So, that didn't really work out very well for me, actually. So, right. All we need to do now is, yeah, get at the back of him. In a perfect world, shoot him, push him down, etc., etc. So, get up to here. And once again, he's alone. So, you should be able to use your lovely sneak attack. Chance to hit is not the best, but if you do... oh, yeah. That crit. Lovely. We should probably, like, tell what's-his-face about that, but yeah.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more
Fighting on the low
interesting
ground, trying to
times.
move uphill. That, as it turns out, is a bit on the tricky side. And there's another one of those morning stars too. So, right. Looks like he snuck in and took out you, Nadira. And apparently will be stealing too. Oh. More soul coins. Just, you know, be hidden. And then take the soul coin. No one immediately said, hey, I disapprove of that, etc., etc. And while we're here... No, she's not in green, so presumably she's got nothing to say about how she was just assassinated. We do have a telescope here, though.
You peer through the telescope.
Oh! There's, massive-ass dragon over there. That feels significant for, like, a Dungeons & Dragons game. So, okay. We could, like, squint it, or focus the telescope, try to get a clear view. Both seem to be about the same, so, yeah, give that one a go. That's a wisdom check. Toss in some guidance from... You know what, I'll take guidance from Shadowheart, because she is more about the wisdom, so that's fine. So, yeah, just give that a quick go. And with the bonuses, we're okay.
You see a dragon circling like a bird of prey, hunting.
We saw Githyanki riding dragons right at the start. That's how this all began.
The telescope points to the left.
And okay, that's the beach.
The telescope points to the right.
And yeah, that could be that town with the windmill we saw in the distance. So, okay. Well, that's a cool thing to just stumble across up here. Lovely. And yeah, just keep an eye open for anything. Oh, there is someone up here, by the way. Be eyes open for anything we can loot. Hello there, Rika.
Glad you were here for those goblins. Picked one off yesterday myself. Shot her through the throat. That should have killed her, but she kept gasping. Clawing at the arrow.
Right, so you're a tiefling, and what's her face up top was a tiefling too. That suggests to me that yes, possibly what we're dealing with here is an entire group of tieflings who moved in, and who the druids have got a problem with. Possibly because, yes, there seems to be some sort of a long-running issue between tieflings and everyone else. And yeah, it sounds like you in particular are struggling a bit with the whole shooting goblins thing.
That's what Zevlor said too. I hope you're right. I want to help. I just didn't think it would feel like this.
Oh dear. So, she, as it turns out, is not doing very well with the whole shooting people thing at all, no. So yeah, this has brought us up to the top, where we just were a minute ago. That's back down to where we ran into Timber the Squirrel. Now, you, good sir, we could speak to, but don't loot his corpse. People might object to that. Bringing him back from the dead to have a chat, that's apparently a-okay. That's not an issue with the slightest. So, who are you? What happened to you? Where'd you keep your valuables? I feel bad asking that, but whatever. Okay, let's just start with who are you?
Cannon.
Yes, you were the guy who operated the door. I kind of know what his profession was. Then again, his profession probably is a door opener.
Tailor before. God. Volunteered.
Okay. When you say tailor, I'm more interested in his valuables now, because there might be some nice clothing or something.
Couldn't take much in bedroll.
So okay, turns out not many valuables. Dear flipping dear.
We from Elturel left.
Hang on. Elturel. That came up down on the beach, didn't it? One of the people down the beach was from Elturel, I think. So, right. How big was the group?
Sister Arca.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Okay. If we run into an Arca...
May he rest by your side. He never hurt anyone.
I swear you guys weren't here a moment ago, but possibly they decided to come on over when we started, like, you know, raising the dead and whatnot. Oh, and that does remind me. Just in case, yes, there's more trouble here, given we just took a few light knocks. Yeah, these days I functionally got 3 short rests, so let's do one now just to get everyone back up to full strength and also recharge any abilities that need short rest to do so. It's alright. Keep on moseying around. This to me looks like, yes, unattended supplies. So yeah, I'm all alone up here. I could do a bit of a poking, but honestly, it's slim pickings. Like, I feel like I'm not going to steal all their vegetables when they're already not doing well. What I will do, though, is... Okay, someone's just talking about Saloon over there. There was talk of a Saloon cultist, but never mind. You, sir, have got a shovel. I'm just going to grab that nice and quick, because there was a patch of dirt over the other side, wasn't there? Just a mosey past my good friend Timber here. Go back to, yeah, that little dig spot. So here we go. Dig up that with my spade, and that is a bigger chest than I was expecting. That is not bad, you know. Money, potion, and a special elixir of heroism. So, right. 10 temporary hit points, and also blessed until long rest. So that's a +4 to, yeah, attack rolls. Okay, if we're going into a dangerous situation, remember we've got that. That could be very nice, actually. So yeah, with the bear blocking and that left, I think the only way we can go now is straight down into, yeah, this cave that appears to be functioning as like a town or something. The Hollow, officially.
This is about your precious Baldur's Gate.
I care about our lives, our futures.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Take your time.
Take that back right now.
And okay, feels like there's a lot of arguments going on, and once again, yeah, more flipping tieflings. That's definitely what's going on here. Oh, but hang on. We've got a trader!
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long.
Okay, the game is really stressing this whole time limit thing. Which makes me wonder if there's a real time limit. Like, if I do too many long rests, is something bad going to happen? And I'm going to lock myself out of some stuff, so... right, maybe go and investigate this with a somewhat high level of priority. But yes, that's for the time being just to focus on traders. How useful are traders? Do you sell amazing stuff, or is it just, like, trash? Oh, blimey, it's amazing stuff. Or maybe not amazing stuff, but, like, it's a lot of enchanted stuff. I'm guessing standard color coding or rules apply. So, green means, like, you know, basic. Then you get into blue, which are a little bit better. On top of that, missile snaring. So yeah, intercept missiles from ranged weapon attacks, reducing damage by, wow, D10 and dexterity. In the early game, presumably that's like, you know, basically negating all missile damage. That's not bad at all. Though it does cost 400 odd golds. So okay, I think we've got, yes, a giant pile of weapons that Lae'zel could potentially sell. And onto that, yeah, the various gems that I've been carrying around this entire time. Yeah, the gems are worth a good solid amount. That's like 150 gold. So yeah, I will happily give you all of those goods, sir. And yeah, various characters have got various weapons. They're not worth anywhere near as much, to be honest. But it does get me just enough to buy maybe one bit of magical equipment if there's anything here that really catches my fancy. Okay, I'm not seeing anything amazing so far. I'll just happily accept the fact that yes, I've now got 400 gold. There might be more stores inside this town. Now, guys, what was this I was overhearing a second ago about, yes, apprenticeships and whatnots?
Hells, we can't just leave. They're kin.
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
So okay, feels like there is, yes, debate within the tiefling community too. Some of them can fight pretty well. They could probably survive and making their way back to Baldur's Gate, the city. So, yeah, they're discussing whether they ought to do that or stay and try and help out the others. Also, apparently I know about Elturel. Either because I heard about it from, like, you know, the people up there on the barricade, or because that's, like, the Tiefling city, and I just know about it because I'm supposed to know about it. So, let's raise that. That seems important.
This isn't Elturel, and I'm not responsible for every damn tiefling in the world!
Just be responsible for yourself, then. We have to stay. It's the right thing to do.
Zerg. Fine. We'll stay. If we survive, it'll make for a good story, I suppose.
Thank you, Roland.
So, okay. Small little conflicts are now kicking off all across this camp. Even amongst the Tiefling community. Then there's the Druids, and it feels like, yeah, there might be other people floating around too. So, right. Plenty to get my teeth into round here by the Luxiovets. Still, I would say, having made our way to the Hollow, how about we call it a punt there? But next time... Right, we're going to be exploring this town and figuring out whether, yes, one, there's any doctors here who can help us. There was definitely mention of Nettie, I believe it was. On top of that, there might be more shops and, given what just happened, yes, I suspect there might be a lot of tiny mini-missions for me to sort out. So yes, plenty to get on with next episode, so hopefully you've joined me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the wonderful Baldur's Gate 3. Thank you very much, and goodbye. So okay, I've been outwitted by a butterfly and beaten up by a fish.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
I didn't steal anything! I'm sorry, I touched the shoes while I was shoe shopping. Okay, I feel like I may have just, walked in on something. What about this person? Can we talk to this person?